Look at the choice of words, cheap mentality of BJP and buffoons. We will revisit these words in the course of the debate. Viewers, let's open this up. Shehzad Poonawalla, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Tehseen Poonawalla, Professor Monojit Mondol, Dr. Akashdeep Muni, Ravi Srivastav ji, Karan Verma completes this panel. Tehseen, how many times should Amit Shah visit Chhattisgarh or any other state? वहां ऑक्सीजन की कमी है. Ambani Adani rant you heard. Then what is this, constant insult to the highest constitutional authority? Rashtrapatni, poor thing, poor lady, Droupadi Murmu. What is going on?
Thank you, Pranesh, for having me on the show. At the onset, my absolute support to the Chhattisgarh Bachao Andolan, which is being fought by our tribal brothers. After the forest in Chhattisgarh, the Hasdeo forest in Chhattisgarh was declared a no-go zone by the union government. That has been revoked, and now we have mining and trees being cut there. And because my tribal fellow citizens are fighting for their jal, their zameen, and their rights, today, a Dalit president of the Congress is being insulted completely. Yes, I agree with you. He's not fluent in Hindi. His first language is Kannada. His second language is Marathi. He is not well versed with Hindi. So yes, we can have some pronunciation problems or articulation. You may agree or disagree. Is the issue being raised wrong? Is the issue of the jar, the jal, the zameen being raised wrong by the Honorable Congress President? May I ask you one question? Why is it that mining is happening there after it's been declared a no-go zone? Why is it when the matter is still sub judice, the people are being removed from there, evicted from there? Why is it? And with respect to you, I'll agree to every point. Why is it that the tribal point of view is not being covered? Why? Is it because there's a Dalit president who cannot articulate? Therefore,
I'll tell you. The answer to the question is, it is not being talked about, discussed, covered, etc. Because Mr. Kharge has made a meme of himself and of the issue. He says, आज अडानी अंबानी जैसे लोग यहाँ आकर कब्जा कर रहे हैं, लाखों पेड़ काट रहे हैं, ऑक्सीजन कम हो रहा है. अंबानी, Adani, did Adani not get contracts when Congress was ruling Chhattisgarh?
Okay, may I answer?
Is it a fact or no? No, 1 minute.
You're factually right. Now let me answer that question. Let me answer that question with another question for the BJP spokesperson, and I'll get to your question. Is it true or false? On October 17, 2024, the BJP spokesperson's birthday, there were violent clashes in Chhattisgarh, extreme violent clashes. Because the tribal said, this is our land, we don't want mining, we don't want to be displaced. And actually, the most severe cases were put on there. Rahul Gandhi ji had to go there and had to intervene. Now, let me ask you a second question. Yes, the corporates you're speaking about got contracts in Congress state governments. I myself am saying I'm not against corporates.
Then, if Adani got contracts, then why single out the BJP?
Has even one contract been given in a government no-go zone? You show me in the entire length and breadth of the
No, he's not talking about that. He says, आज अंबानी अडानी जैसे लोग यहाँ आकर कब्जा कर रहे हैं, लाखों पेड़ काटे हैं. And now answer this. How do you explain this? शाह बार-बार क्यों आ रहे हैं? क्या तुम्हारा घर है ये? क्या तुम्हारा ससुराल है यहाँ? बार-बार यहाँ आना क्यों? इसका क्या मतलब है?
This in the context of... Correct.
What is the context here? No, 1 minute. Rahul Gandhi goes to Jammu and Kashmir. He says, outsiders आके आपका सामान ले रहे हैं, ये ले रहे हैं, वो ले रहे हैं. Then Mr. Kharge displays this mindset. कि क्या मतलब है? How many times can a union minister or an ordinary citizen visit some other state without the permission, explicit permission of the Congress party? You answer. Give me a number. 10 times in a month? 100 times in a year?
I'll answer it, but I'll answer it. So if I've understood your question, it's a very valid question. Let me answer it. What Mr. Kharge is saying is simply that this forest declared a no-go zone where mining permissions are given by the union government. They've overturned their own order. When mining is a state subject and a private entity is mining, why is it that the most honorable home minister has to come here? Now, in any political language, the state should not have given when it's been declared a no-go zone, when people are protesting
Tehseen,
and cases are put against people.
Come on, there is no link between Amit Shah's visit and this mining issue that you are raising. And by the way, mining contracts were given when Congress was ruling Chhattisgarh to Adani's firm. So how can Mr. Kharge forget all of that? Let's get the BJP to respond, then we'll open this up.
First of all, let's stick to the issue. The issue today is that संवैधानिक पदों का, महिलाओं का, आदिवासी समाज का, दलितों का अपमान has become Congress's पहचान. Since Tehseen Poonawalla has enlightened us that Mr. Kharge speaks Kannada, he speaks Marathi. So let me analyze what he said. He called Murmuji Murma. And I've just checked in Kannada, Murma means vulnerable spot. So that means the pride of our constitution. The first Adivasi president was called a vulnerable thing by Mr. Kharge, and Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla has said that he very well understands Kannada, and therefore in Kannada he has chosen the most choicest word to attack the highest, most important constitutional position. Tehseen has confessed this. And this is not slip of tongue, this is slip of character. Rashtrapatni bhi galti se bol diya. Boring poor thing, Rahul and Sonia said, ये भी गलती से बोला. उनका तो फर्स्ट लैंग्वेज इंग्लिश एंड इटालियन है. इवल माइंडसेट अजय कुमार, उनका तो फर्स्ट लैंग्वेज जिब्रिश है. डेफ एंड डम कोविंद इज डेफ एंड डम. उदित राज, इनका भी कुछ फर्स्ट लैंग्वेज है. मॉकिंग जगदीप धांकड़ जी एंड मेकिंग अ मॉकरी वीडियो आउट ऑफ हिम, ये भी राहुल गांधी ने किया था. 150 गालियां ओबीसी प्रधानमंत्री को दी गई है, जिसमें नीच, भस्मसूर, गंगू तेली बोला गया है. फिर आंबेडकर जी के तस्वीर को पैर के तले रख दिया. तो दिस ST Virodi Mansikta is a consistent pattern. And let me just give 2-3 more clear examples of Karnataka. In Karnataka, what did they do with the fake survey about the Dalits? What have they done with the diversion of 40% of the funds of SC/ST? They have done even Valmiki tribal scam in Karnataka. So whether it is defeating Ambedkar ji twice in the elections, denying him Bharat Ratna, or insulting the tribal president, first tribal president, this is the consistent philosophy of the Congress party. Now let me come to 2 or 3 specific questions. Tehseen Poonawalla has become champion of tribal rights in Chhattisgarh. Tehseen, how many seats Congress had in tribal seats of Chhattisgarh in 2018 elections? It won 28 out of 29 seats. How many seats has it been left with? After doing all the great work you did in Bastar and other tribal areas, I think the people of Chhattisgarh have answered. Why didn't you give a tribal CM in Chhattisgarh, by the way? Who was a tribal CM? जरा नेम करना अपना. ट्राइबल CM कौन था आपका छत्तीसगढ़ में? ट्राइबल के बड़े हमनवा बन रहे हैं आप. अच्छा ये बताइए, when is the आदिवासी जनजातीय दिवस celebrated in this country? कैसे पता होगा? It has been celebrated after the birth date Jayanti of Mr. Birsa Munda ji, which was done first time by Narendra Modi ji. 10 tribal freedom fighter museums were started. By the way, DMF fund, of which 80,000 crores have gone to the tribal people. The district mining fund has been started by the BJP, that wherever the mining is there in the tribal area, they will get a share in the royalty. And finally, lastly, what was the money given for SC/ST budget in the UPA tenure, you know? 80,000 crores. Do you know what is the budget today for SC/ST? 3.5 lakh crores. So Tehseen Poonawalla, we don't need lectures from tribal rights and tribal empowerment from a party like yours, which abuses. And please tell me why vulnerable spot or vulnerable thing was used as an abuse for President Droupadi Murmu, and not for the first time.
Okay.